Oh, give me money. Yeah, we're talking about money here this morning with someone who, well, he knows a little bit about that, and he's trying to create jobs here in America. Congressman Darrell Issa from Vista joining us, and just got back from a bit of a tour around Silicon Valley, Northern California, and getting some ideas. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, first of all, Chairman...
Sorry to be here late. Yeah, I realize you're halfway through your shift.
Yeah, it's almost happy hour for us, Congressman. Exactly. So anyway, so tell us what you've been doing and what the purpose of your tour has been.
Well, we've been going through California, but this really began even before we took the majority. AmericanJobCreators.com is really about listening to the American job creators. I used to be one. I understand that what we think in Washington is the impediment to the kind of job growth that would end this recession and really get America working again probably is a little rusty. And sure enough, as we started going, put up the website and started holding hearings, we found out about a lot of things that are really stopping. It's not just the absence of capital or business is bad. There were specific items that if we changed, overnight we could begin employing people again, building the wealth that made this country great.
You're talking about regulations that are preventing business from creating jobs.
Sometimes regulation, sometimes it's indecision. The second of the hearings we had was up in Salinas, the heart of, if you will, the salad bowl.
Yeah.
Their complaint is that overnight EPA decided all the pesticides that they've used for a long time had to be re-reviewed. And, by the way, they're taking a long time, so they can't use the pesticides that have already been around until they're re-reviewed, which could take years. Yeah. Can you imagine trying to grow crops in the ground and not knowing what you can use because not any proof of any wrongdoing, but they now have to prove themselves right if you and I are going to get fresh fruits and vegetables.
Oh, that really, I mean, obviously we're concerned about the safety of, you know, our food, and we're concerned about the safety of the workers and whatnot. But they're coming along and literally revisiting all of these chemicals and things that they've used for years, decades?
They're going through, if you will, there was 54, now there's going to be probably hundreds and hundreds more, and they're crossing them with every endangered species. So is this particular item hazardous to steelhead trout, to salmon, and so on? Each one of these is a separate test of every endangered species. The problem we have is when Bill Clinton left office, the economy was good. The laws that protected air and water in place were pretty good. Now, we're not asking to roll back to the end of the Clinton era. What we're saying is if you don't have a good reason to stop something, then go get your good reason, and in the meantime, allow American entrepreneurs to create the jobs. And it's not even new entrepreneurs. Some of these people are third-generation farmers who just want to be able to do what they've been doing for America for generations.
So that's one case. That's one example, and it's a good example. You also went up to the Silicon Valley where the big-time, you know, business is happening.
It was a gaggle of Googles.
Yeah.
And up there, the issues are different. They're an export economy. They're an innovation economy. Of course, they want these free trade agreements that the president has said they want, the Congress has said they want, and they're just sitting there not being done. They want to be able to repatriate over $1 trillion of investment money, but they're not going to pay a 35% penalty for the privilege of investing in America or even dividending to Americans versus investing it in other countries. So we're literally telling people in Silicon Valley, take billions, literally altogether, trillions of dollars, invest it in China because it's a better deal to invest 100 cents on the dollar in China than 60 cents on the dollar in the U.S. That's the wrong message to send. We're also doing something that just drives them nuts up in Silicon Valley. PhDs and masters in science and math, they want them to work there. They intern at these companies. They can't get a green card, so they leave. And what happens? They set up a shop in India or in some other country. We lose that entrepreneurial talent, and it's really beginning to hurt.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to talk about here. You are having a hearing, I understand, a little hearing in San Diego today.
It's just another listening sessions for AmericanJobCreators.com, this time with biopharma. A lot of at UCSD, a lot of the people here locally that have the kind of jobs that really get San Diego cooking.
Biotech.
Biotech. And of course, in their case, it's FDA reform. You imagine that you can get approval on these breakthrough drugs and processes so much faster in Germany and France than the U.S. Yeah. Now, we joke about old Europe, new Europe, but when they're ahead of us in allowing innovation to get to market, there's something wrong in America.
Yeah, you got that right. Congressman Darrell Issa, thanks for coming in. Appreciate seeing you. coming into the studio this early.
Well, thanks. Your catering in the green room is the best. That's really why I start with you, is the coffee and the catering.
Yes, nothing but the best for us, as you know. DZ Aikens, baby. All right, thanks a lot. See you later. Okay, we're...